Yo in red as the Celts against Daniel in blue as the Bengalis. Haven't seen much of Daniel recently. Don't know what he's been up to. Hasn't been playing that much. But let's see. He's presumably going to try and qualify for KOTD, King of the Desert 5. The qualifiers are starting soon as far as I understand. And Yo is actually... like, Hera is probably most people's favorites. But I'm going to go with Mr. Yo. I think he can just make things messy more than any other player can and get wins that way. But I'm really looking forward to the tournament. As Yo is getting attacked by a lion, and he's going for a... well, it was a 2 militia drush kind of men-at-arms timing. I think it's men-at-arms play by him. Doesn't quite have the food. I mean, if he cancelled one villager, he would have the food to click the upgrade. And here we go. Men-at-arms militia moving a bit faster. Bengalis, I don't know how the patch affected them at all. Probably not in a good way. I don't know. Don't know if they got any major changes. I know they did some tweaking with elephant archers and stuff. It would be nice if they became viable. But anyway, let's see. Celts should be even better now with the push or with their infantry. With the Huang push, I mean, as Mr. Yo tries to sneak his scout in. Somehow the TC doesn't hit anything. That kind of sucks. Oh, that's right. Bengali +2 attack versus skirmishers for all cav. That's right. So yeah, Bengali is a civ that just gets countered by skirmishers. And now all their cavalry do extra damage to skirmishers to try and deal with that. Which is fine, I guess. Let's see if it makes any difference. Celts not with fantastically strong skirmishers anyway, so whatever. Skirms will still... Let's see. Let's see what happens. See if Mr. Yo goes hyper aggressive here. I hope he doesn't. The fact that he's walling early like this suggests that he's not. Back gold, back berries for him. A nice wood line over here, but maybe a bit vulnerable to towers if Daniel was to go for that. Over here, men-at-arms not really getting any damage. Daniel did a good job walling towards the TC as he has back gold. Forward berries super exposed, but now there's archers out on the field for him doing some damage. All right. Not doing some damage, doing some defending here. No damage. Okay. As it looks like the men-at-arms are going to get cleaned up, so Celt men-at-arms are just the biggest pain in the ass to deal with. Like, for me, the worst men-at-arms are Celts. Just the faster movement just kills you. Like, I'd rather play against Celt men-at-arms. Sorry, I'd rather play against Japanese men-at-arms, which attack faster, than against the Celt ones. Just... I don't know, it's just a nightmare. Anyway, Yo is getting fletching now as he's going to send some archers across the field. Okay. Just on one lumber camp here. Okay. The Celts are chopping wood faster as well. So that helps them to go for their men-at-arms play as well. You don't need as many villagers on wood. As the men-at-arms are being chased by another lion. That's crazy. So second line attacking here as Daniel loses his scout at the front of Yo's base. So it's going to be archer versus archer in the middle here. Daniel attacking with 3 archers here. He's going to send 2 kind of around somewhere. I don't like this from Daniel. Splitting up his army. I think he realizes his mistake here and is going to try go back. Yeah, he'll save his archers and we'll have better numbers. Fletching is in for Yo and Daniel. Daniel getting the armor now, so he'll win the fights here as he adds skirmishers. Not a huge fan of that decision, honestly. He has better number. I mean, he can't see what we can see. But going into skirmishers here, I don't like it much. Like, you already have the armor upgrade, so you should be trading better. Mr. Yo is now fully walled anyway, so I don't think Daniel will get some damage. He's going for a market. Maybe he wants to sell his way up. Let's see. Daniel delayed the mill until feudal. Oh, okay, interesting. As Daniel's skirmishers are going down here. Mr. Yo is sitting up on the hill. Mr. Yo will obviously spot the armor from Daniel and probably not get too much damage, but Daniel just letting the archers off the hook here. You feel like one skirmisher could have done the job, and now he might be idled a little bit on the wood line. No weak villagers there, so that's good at least. But now the archers, look at the value Mr. Yo is getting from the men-at-arms. They can't get in. And he managed to delay all of these archers until Mr. Yo is fully walled. Going for the armor now is Mr. Yo, as he's going for a second range. Daniel still on one range, so might need to switch to skirmishers now, as these archers do get chased away by the skirmisher. Camel just chilling. Men-at-arms arriving here on the blacksmith, but the archers will clean this up. Okay. The reinforcements. What's Daniel going to do here? Probably will just be able to deny the wood a bit, as Mysterio is switching into skirmishers. Pops out with this army, and he's going to come attack here. So this is just confidence by Mysterio. It's like, I know I'm fully walled. My gold is safe. Maybe Mr. Yo refers to himself in the third person. He calls himself his Yo. Maybe. Probably not. Anyway, Daniel is adding a stable to counter the skirmisher play. So a prolonged feudal age. And yeah, bit of a stalemate here in the middle of the park. Oh, there's Champions League tonight, isn't there? Speaking of parks. Okie dokie. Skirmishers just chasing this army back, so Daniel should be able to clean this. But then you're wondering, like, okay, he cleans this with the scouts. Then what does he do? Does he run in with the scouts as Mr. Yo commits a few more villagers to gold, and he's going to get double range production going? And maybe look to sell some of his gold. Yeah, getting a market up, saturating his gold. We'll get 2 range production and be able to buy his way up. But by the time this market goes up, so he won't be in a terrible position anyway. Okay, as Yo is just chilling here, punishing Daniel a bit, who can't take these berries, which were god-awful. And there is this hill as well. Scouts need to be careful, but Daniel is, yeah. Daniel's already up after selling his stone, so we saw him making his market. Scouts pop out. Why now? Why not when the upgrades are in? Anyway, he does have the armor, so he should be able to clean everything. As Mr. Yo is trying to get as much value with the skirmishers as he can. It doesn't look like Mr. Yo is going to go for a crazy push here. He's going with archers as the Celts. Daniel going for light cav. Okay. And this can get... What is Mr. Yo going to go for? Is he going to go pike archer? I think his original plan was to try and get a crossbow timing. But it's pretty late, actually. Pretty late castle age time by Mr. Yo, so I wonder what that was about. He really just made didn't make so many skirmishers. So, yeah, maybe Daniel just, with selling everything, that made the difference. Okay, light cav plus monk can be good. Yeah, Bengalis with the super tanky monks, which have the extra melee armor, right? And it looks like that's what Daniel is going for, so good call by Luca. And light cav monk and defensive siege for Daniel. Okay. Has no clue what's coming. Third range by Mr. Yo. Is really, really strange. As he's trying to get these archer numbers up. Yeah. I mean, archers don't feel terrible here, right? Mr. Yo, I mean, he might be guessing what Daniel is going for. He saw the light cav, he saw the armor, at least. So he's probably expecting this. He's probably expecting this in some way. As Daniel, yeah, it might be worth just diving here. He's not going to do that, okay. Crossbow on the way. Triple range, yeah, I don't know, Momobo. I don't know what that's about. It should, theoretically, once he gets enough numbers, it's going to counter the monks. It's going to counter the light cav. Siege is another question, but that's alright. I would love if Daniel was adding TCs here. He's really not being aggressive with his army. So he's like playing defensive, but also not booming. Doesn't have the stone, that is true. Doesn't have the stone. Bengali's getting 2 extra villagers per TC when they age up, right? That's pretty nice. Okay. And is Mr. Yo gonna drop TCs? He is. What is gonna happen here? Okay, big moments. Big moments. Mr. Yo. He notices, runs away. Tasty. Okay. Light cav running around. This is just great for Yo, right? Mr. Yo is smart enough. He will have checked the the market. He'll probably know that Daniel sold his stone, which means that he knows he's going to be ahead in eco, even if he adds just 1 TC. Okay, it looks like Daniel's going to try and get some of these relics. Okay, Monk debating the mangonel, debating the archers into the mangonels here, and that's not a bad shot. And yeah, Yo needs to be careful here. Archers not scaling well for the Celts into the late game. I don't think they get Arbalest. Also, no Bracer or the last armor upgrade. Probably no Thumb Ring either, as Yo goes for a third TC. So what is Mr. Yo thinking here? He knows he can't win the game with archers. So he's going to boom and look to get into... Ike Siege, is that the play? Monk's getting some conversions. As yeah, Archer's getting cleaned up here. And now lots of monks, lots of light cav, and Yo, yeah. Can be a bit vulnerable here. 8 archers versus this army. Doesn't feel fantastic. As Daniel is going to start taking in some relics. So Daniel still has the villager lead. Pretty identical idle TC time. As Daniel's now going to add a TC. It's strange play by Daniel. I would have loved forward siege in this position. I don't like how he... Well, maybe he had to do it. Maybe he felt I need to get a decent enough army going and then try and clear Mr. Yo's army before I can even start booming. But it's really strange, right? Normally when you sell your stone and try and go up faster, you try and take some advantage early castle age. Like with the power spike with crossbow, for example. But he just didn't do that. Mr. Yo is just going to sit back. He's just going to sit back and defend. He's adding a stable. So probably wants to go for some scouts of his own to counter the monks, or maybe light cav and some siege to defend. Probably this is siege to defend against Daniel's siege, which should be coming, and it is. So Mr. Yo just going to try and defend here. Got a TC on stone, thinking about a castle. And it's going to be really, really interesting to see what Mr. Yo goes for as a comp as we move into kind of towards halfway, let's say. Redemption, let's see. Bengali monks are amazing as archers. Okay. Okay. As Yo is continuing to make archers here. 23 crossbows. Where are they? Here they are. Does he have... He does. He has ballistics. As the monks are tanking a fair amount. And... +3 pierce armor, not bad. Monk is trying to dodge it, will go down. Scorpion on the way. But Mr. Yo just keeping the pressure on with Castle Age crossbows. Kind of insane. Daniel creeping ahead in villager number now, but it should be pretty even. Yo with a lot of idle time, but Daniel is now having some idle time as well. As Yo is going for some walls, dropping some more farms. And we have an elephant archer for Daniel on the way. Okay. It is a nice counter to the archers. Scorpion on the way though. Monks going down. Daniel managed to get 3 relics. So let's see. Maybe elephant archer could be big here in this matchup. Incredibly tanky unit. How much HP? 250 HP. It is very slow, but I think Daniel knows that this is going to come down to a big siege push up the middle. It's not going to be about mobility. So Elephant Archer might be the play here as he's continuing to add them. Okay, Light Cav are taking out the Mangonels and they're just going to run away here. And Daniel going to get a castle up in the middle of the map. Okay. The extra golds, there's 1 extra gold out here. The other extra gold is here, so all on this side. And the stones are here. And where's the other stone? Is it over here for Mr. Yo? Am I going blind? Is this it? No? Here. Okay. So this is actually fantastic for Mr. Yo. Lots of resources in this area. We'll need to secure this. As we have, yeah. Crossbow trying to deny the castle. The castle will go up as the elephant archers. Yep. Doing work here. Okay, 1 goes down. As even mangonels don't feel fantastic against elephant archers. They're like mobile towers. Takes a lot of hits. Okay, castle is up. Bodkin on the way. Yo almost with imp res though. 78 fills versus 84 for Daniel. As Yo is going to go out to gold over here. Has he scouted this area? Surely he has. Yeah, he sees all this res. So he might try to secure this area with a castle of his own, or maybe a castle up the middle. Let's see. Actually, we'll probably go for a castle here. Okay, plenty of archers for Mr. Yo. Again, they're not going to get much better in terms of upgrades. You like what Danny is doing? Yeah, it looks nice. The elephant archer play. As Daniel is now getting wheelbarrow. Feels slightly late, but anyway. As it's been a weird game. But this is why I love watching the pros play. It just gets such strange combinations that you'd never think of. Like at lower elos, but like Celts has to be Huang push, right? Has to be Huang push or something crazy, some super aggression to use the siege. Mr. Yo's like, no, I'll just play archers. Just because. I mean, it was men at arms into archers, but he really committed. He really committed to the archers. And Daniel opened light cav monk and now is going elephant archer scorpion. As Yo is now making that switch into the Celt infantry. He's going for pikeman, which is now a faster upgrade and cheaper. So yeah, and he has a fantastic eco to get as many pikes as he wants, and might just be able to swarm here. He might just be able to swarm as he's adding lots of barracks. So yeah, it looks like it's going to be kind of a halberdier pikeman spam from Mr. Yo. Can obviously go for Woad Raiders if he wants to, as he goes for a TC out here. Okay, and Daniel is going for some outposts. Daniel actually has good vision on this area as well, as he's dropped his castle back here, which secures this gold and protects his eco a bit, as the elephant archers are microing down the mangonels. Fantastic. And the scorpions are doing well here, but Yo is going for skirmishers. Okay. These skirmishers are not going to feel fantastic against these elephant archers once all the upgrades are in. And Daniel has already teched light cav. So let's see. Let's see. Elendil AoE. What exactly is the Huang Rush? People talk about it, but I have no idea what it is. It's basically a... There's different varieties, but basically straight away in Castle Age, the Celt player drops a forward siege workshop and just starts pushing with mangonels, which fire faster for the Celts, and also adding monks and knights. And there's a guy called Huang who's a Vietnamese player, and it's all that he does. If you go to YouTube and like type in Huang Rush, you'll get tons and tons of videos. And the reason it's kind of popular is that like basically every pro has died to it at least once. So it's quite strong. Oh yeah. But there's tons and tons of Huang videos on YouTube. I even have a few. Okay, Trebs for Yo in this position. Okay, as Daniel just goes for a castle straight up the middle. And yeah, scorpions and elephant archers are the comp. As Mr. Yo is Parthian tactics coming in for the elephant archers. Okay, that'll give them extra damage against the pikes, so that's pretty tasty. Celt crossbow is the worst, except for the Frank one. Even worse than the Spanish who don't get crossbow. It's pretty bad. Okay, Halberdier is in. Capped Ram on the way for Mr. Yo. Look at this. As this castle goes down, that's pretty big. Oh yeah, what is going to happen here as Yo gets a castle over here? Yeah, needs to expand his eco this way. Elephant Archer casually denying 14 villagers worth of eco, just tanking so many shots. This is massive damage. Okay, Mangonel gets the treb as Yo is just holding here. Okay, he's not trickle trebbing, that's for sure. He might take out this castle. I hope. And armor. Parthian tactics, most underrated upgrade. It was recently buffed, right? The patch before this big patch. The same time as the Burmese got buffed on their Arum buy. There was some changes to Parthian tactics, as far as I'm aware. Oh, it started applying to Arum buy. Okay. I don't like this castle from Daniel. I think it's going to go down straight away. Yo just has so much here. And the Rams should be decent. Should be decent. As the skirmishers are feeling a little bit useless, but he has them. Doesn't have the castle age armor even, but this is fine. Yeah, it's too many. Is it too many pikemen even for these crossbow? As Yo just starts firing away on this castle. Scorpions are going down. Daniel has completely untouched eco behind this. And I don't think he needs to call a GG anytime soon. Mr. Yo is not pushing yet. Daniel just needs to get to enough numbers here, and I think he'll be alright. Trying to defend this Treb. Bringing more Trebs forward. Mr. Yo taking stone out here on the side. But, yeah, all the action is here. And yeah, the Elephant Archer play from Daniel, I think, is a good one. Like we said, the push was going to be a slow one up the middle. Not about mobility. And it's a very tanky unit. And the Celt skirmishers are just absolutely melting here. Okay. And I think the elephants can start taking out the Trebs if he really wants to. They can tank so many shots from the castle. No bracer. Okay, as maybe the pikes are going to come in and try and get some damage here. Oh, yeah. Okay. Masonry coming in. This gives extra HP to the buildings. As the Rams are going down slowly. Elephants need to run away from the from the halberdier though. Oh yeah. I think another push from Mr. Yo with more Rams would be fantastic. Okay. As the halberdier getting cleaned up here. I would love Daniel to make light cap and start raiding. I think that would be really good. Take some of the pressure off this area. But Daniel is out of stone. Needs to start repairing again. He's going to lose this castle. I think he's giving up on it as Mr. Yo just holds. Ooh. I don't know if Mr. Yo got... Is it strongholds? What's the Celt Castle Age upgrade? But now it like heals your infantry, heals your units that are standing around your castle. Might be strongholds. I can't remember the name. I think I would try Onager against the Elephant Archer since Bengali don't get bomber cannon. That's a good shout as well. Momobo. Halbs is good for Celts, but why in this scenario? I mean, it's about numbers, right? Like, theoretically, they're countered by the Elephant Archers, but Yo can just make as many as he wants. And they move fast, right? So he can essentially just keep pushing against the Elephant Archers with the Halbs. Even though, theoretically, they shouldn't counter them. That would be my understanding. Strongholds is what it's called? Okay. Okay, as Yo is getting another castle on this side. So now that he's held on this side, Mr. Yo is moving and he's going to attack this side. And I wonder if that's just because he knows how important this area is. That control of this area is just huge. Let's see. Or maybe he's just saying to himself, Daniel's military is so slow that I might get a few Treb shots in. Might get a few Treb shots in before he even makes his way over here. Okay, as we have Siege Ram on the way for the Celts. Elephant Archers might be able to take out the Trebs here, as the Trebs are going to pack up and go home. Elite Elephant Archer now coming in, as Daniel has to do a lot of micro here. And Mr. Yo is just going to move around this way, okay? And maybe unpack, maybe get on this hill and unpack, but Siege Ram feels pretty decent. As this is going to be annoying. We see Mr. Yo. There's a big... Is this elephant? Is this elephant remains here? Mr. Yo is... We've seen him win some crazy games with Siege Ram. I think it might have even been in a tournament. It might have been Jordan's Medieval Brawl or something. But there was a game that was just a complete stalemate at the end. I think it was Bulgarians versus... I don't know who it was. Let's just say Bulgarian Mirror. I can't remember. But anyway... It was just a complete stalemate. No one could really do anything. And Mr. Yo just made Siege Rams in the corner. And the Siege Rams didn't really kill anything. As conscriptions coming in this castle. Because, of course... Well, he doesn't have any other castles. And Mr. Yo just kept being annoying with the Siege Rams. Didn't kill any TCs. Didn't really destroy any eco. But it just meant that enough army had to move away. That he was able to push with his main force. Just with Siege Ram trickling in. And look at this. Yeah. Villagers are idle, army is idle, just dealing with Siege Ram. It's like, it's such a valuable, what's the word? It's such a pop efficient unit for the amount of work your opponent has to do to deal with that. And we've seen that before from Mr. Yo. As Mr. Yo is now just going to move in with his pikes on this side, okay. As he took down this castle, now he's just going to run away. Where are his trebs? I think they all went down. As he's going to add more siege workshops. There's now some halberdier raiding happening. And Halbram is going to get it done. What about champion might be the play for Danny. Yeah. I wonder how Ratha would have done. But anyway. Like Ratha in their cab archer form. Halbraids are absolutely brutal to deal with. Because you can't send a high mobility unit back to deal with them. Because they get countered. So it takes a long time and it's just messy. Okay. Hoardings on the way now for Mr. Yo, but I think this castle... Why are these guys getting upgrades in the castle that's being, like, actively sieged? It's not ideal. Here comes the siege ram. As this castle... Can the siege ram kill the trebs in time? Yo has plenty of stone. Hoardings is almost in. Hoardings will give this castle a little boost of HP. 90%. 25 trebs. Last shot. Hoardings is in. Maybe now the siege ram. Oh my god. Yo holds onto the castle. Holy shit. How close was that? That's insane. What the hell? Okay, as crossbow was coming in for Daniel. Okay. Arbalest, right? The Arbalest makes more sense. As Mr. Yo is going for four. Of course, it's coming in this archery range. Okay, the ram went down. I would be tilted if I was Danny. Yeah, it's Mr. Yo. Mr. Yo's so difficult to kill. Hey, treadmill crane coming in for Yo. He's just getting all the upgrades. He wants his villagers to build faster. It makes sense. As the castle is denied for now. But I think siege ram is the way to go. More halbraids happening. Yo was killed 63 villagers. Daniel, yeah, his population is not fantastic. 145. Mr. Yo completely pop capped here. So he continues to produce halberdier. And it's just going to be halbram to get the job done here. Maybe the Bengalis need a buff where it's like... now their cavalry do extra damage to rams and halbs because they're just dying here. It's fantastic play by Yo. Really found the right composition. And he bided his time, right? He played with crossbow in the mid game, which allowed him to get to this composition, and the GG's called. That's such a Mr. Yo game.